then
yeah, I see.
yeah. So I will just ask you a question. So just present yourself, a few words about yourself, so I can also like your age, where you come from. That's just
Yeah, it's
this.
like normal rest. Okay. So I'm Eric. I come from Luxembourg. I'm 21 years old, and currently I'm doing a voluntary gap year in Poland, in the Mazovia region. And yeah, next year my plan is to hopefully study in Canada human rights and conflict studies.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Okay, Eric. So what solidarity means for you?
So like for me, solidarity is not just like we always talk about solidarity like towards other people, like surrounding and like on the other side of the planet. But for me, it's also four-dimensional. It's not just people around me and community, but also in time. So for future generations, so not to waste the planet now, so that later they don't have anything to live off. So like for me, the solidarity means that now we have to like step back a bit, do our lives quieter, don't fly so often, so that they can fully enjoy life like we did. So it's not just people around us, but also in future. Yeah.
Okay. And would you find any other words for solidarity?
Solidarity. Well, maybe cooperation, because you can't have solidarity without cooperation, etc. And also empathy. I think empathy and cooperation, it's like solidarity is the mix between them.
Thanks. And how is solidarity present in your everyday life? Like if you could see like in your work as a volunteer and also in your free time.
Okay. So currently, yeah, it's called European Solidarity Course, so it's in the name. But helping here and like living with the people, for example, in the place we live here, it's not one of the most luxurious regions and like wealthy regions of Europe. So for me also, so that is it's to not be like the snob who like runs around and like just throws around money. So it's just like living like the people here, like being part of them. And in the library, it's more like helping just normally. And in my everyday life. So currently it's a bit less because of the pandemic, but usually I'm a scout, so there I'm helping a lot in the organization, trying to improve the world a bit and stuff like that. Yeah, the scout promise.
Okay, so where do you see a solidarity in your local environment, or maybe there are some examples that you liked that you have seen in some organizations or some people that were doing something that you think that they are really connected with solidarity and worth like imitating.
So now in Przasnysz or
okay. Yeah, you can check for Przasnysz, but if not, even back home.
Okay, so in Przasnysz it was the other volunteer in the library. She did a few interviews with people, with women for the International Women's Day, for like great women who do something for the community. And there she found some that help in the hospitals, a girl that helps with like stray dogs in dog shelter. And like all these people that she interviewed, I like was present. And there I really saw how they like try to improve everything around them. They don't look after themselves too much, like they spend all their time helping.
And what do you think that it's needed to make this solidarity even more present in society?
Like with everything, education, that's a big part. So maybe in school, like do projects with the community, with like people who are in like situations that don't allow them to fully develop, like help them, meet them, and don't like being a bubble where you just see the people around you that have the same standard of living. So I think it has to be incorporated into education. Or maybe like do a mandatory voluntary year. Let's say like that you kind of have to do a voluntary project somewhere. Like you can choose everything, but it's like pretty much supposed that you do it. Instead of the army, like in some countries where you have to go to the army, like do a voluntary service instead.
Okay, and do you have any solidarity hero or superpower idea for superpower for solidarity?
That's complicated. So like a person, or how exactly?
Yeah.
Well, it's really complicated. I think like one that pops immediately in my mind is Carola Rakete. She's captain of one of the refugee boats. I forgot the name of the boat, sadly, that help the people in the Mediterranean that want to cross. So they find them, take them on board, and bring them to Europe. So they save them from drowning. I think like someone like her is like really a superhero of solidarity, because she even risks prison, or when like Italy had the more right-wing government, where they had to pay fines or were not allowed to leave port. And she's still like doing everything she can to help these people.
Okay, Eric, thanks a lot.